My top 3 tools to make model making easier. Let's talk about it. Welcome back everyone to Matt's Models and More. Thank you for tuning back in. My name is Matt and I'm going to go over a couple things today. Of course, I've got top 3 tools that I use that absolutely makes my job easier when I'm building a model. We're going to go over those probably from the least to my favorite. One of them was actually showed in my previous video, so if you didn't see that, check that out up here. I'll put a card up there so you can click on that and watch that video. That's a pretty informative video. And then at the end of this video, I got some shout outs and some gifts to go over. So hang on, let's go through this. Let's get to the bench. What's up everybody? Welcome back to the bench. Today, top 3 tools that I use. Doesn't mean that they're the best, doesn't mean it's the best for you. But as in my previous video, I got a lot of responses about how some of the things that they saw in those videos they were not aware of, and it actually helped them out greatly. So a couple of those things were in the background and had some I had some watchers actually ask me what that was, so I decided to go ahead and do a video going over those things. So let's jump right into it. I'm going to do these in order from my least favorite of the top 3 to the absolutely one that I think will help you no matter what. This is number 1. This is I will put links to every one of these in the description. I am not an affiliate. I'm not getting paid for anything. This is just me helping my fellow modelers out. This is a $9, I believe it was $9.95 on Amazon. Cheap vise. It does come with some interchangeable parts, and I find that just using this actually helps me with so much, because I can do, if I had an engine built, if this was built, and you could use this in the vise and use it to hold, especially if you have a toothpick in it. I'll put a toothpick in there and actually just have it set up. My goodness, I had that set up really far, but it really makes, if you're drilling out holes for your wires, or if you're doing any detail painting, and not just of course for an engine, but gosh, you could use it for anything. I've used it for seats. I've used it for, especially if you're doing detail on those seats, like trim, if you're painting the trim on them. Door panels, oh my gosh, I use this a lot for my door panels, especially when I need to get that fine detail, or if I'm using a chrome pin, just to get around those handles and moldings and stuff. But this is my top 3 pieces of equipment to use for modeling. Will help you for everything, not just cars, but airplanes, tanks, whatever you feel like doing. Link will be in the description. My number 3. My second choice, let's take a look at this. This is from a company called howto, and I found them by accident because I was looking for a polisher. I needed a miniature polisher in order to buff out the paint jobs and stuff once you're done. I wanted something that did not get an extreme amount of high RPMs. So what it looks like is this. It's a perfectly balanced, shaped. It's got thumbprints here on the side where it's easy to hold like a pen. And you can do so much with this tool. I mean, this could easily be my number 1 just because of the function. It has a light. The RPMs is not too bad. I can, make it go faster or slower just by using that. And of course, slow it down. And it's got a battery life on there as well. But this tool right here is so versatile. I use it for, you got in the kit drill bits, you've got grinders. I even use, mainly what I use it for other than polishing is these little sanding discs, because they have different grits, and you can see I have one on there now. So if I remove a trim, or if I'm shaving door handles or anything like that, I use this first, and then we'll go back with putty and actually fill those in. It even has darn saw blade. Look at that thing, man. That's kind of, sorry if you hear any background noise. The house is being pressure washed today. Comes with all these sanding discs as well. Now, I haven't used these. I use just the concave ones because I feel like I can get really detailed with that. But this comes with the kit together. I can't remember exactly how much this was. I want to say 35, but you'll see in the description how much this one is. So this tool will make your life so much better doing models just because it's so versatile and everything I use it for. Oh, and before, wanted to make sure you know that on top of this, I went ahead and ordered this on Amazon for my polishing, because this is, I believe this was only $12. But this comes with all sorts of polishing pads and discs that fit that tool. So I'll put the link to the description in the description for this one as well, because this has very soft wool-like material, disc pads, thinner ones, thicker ones, and it just makes polishing your vehicle so much easier. And that's what I mainly got it for. But then when I found all the other useful things that you can do with it when it came with the kit, I was just blown away. So this right here is definitely top 3 tools to make my life easier as a model maker. Let's go to number 1. And my number 1 tool for model making that makes life so much easier. This was, you could see a bit of this on my last video, so check that out. I'll link it again up here. This is called the Arrow, I don't have my glasses on. You'll see it in the description there. The light's shining off of it from the camera. But you push this in right here, this slides out, and look at this. This is my favorite tool. This is about $48, but this is worth spending the money on, I truly believe, because this pops out right here. What this is a miniature drill, and you have one button here and it controls everything. You cut it on and it of course starts. Hit it again, it puts it in reverse, and then hit it one more time and it cuts off. But it comes with all these different bit sizes, and I tell you, in model making, these right here, this one, I think that's a 0.5 or 0.8. Let's see if we can get in there. That one, and that one I've used so much in my model making journey. Now, I have used a bigger one a couple times if I was eliminating something. There was times when on one of my cars, if I had the gas tank, I actually drilled it out and made a different gas tank in order for the fuel line that was in a fuel cell to go in there. So I've used the bigger ones for that, to completely drill a hole in the side of the vehicle. Or if you're doing like side exhaust, if you want to put a side exhaust in here, you can use that bigger drill. Definitely makes it easier. And they have a nice little fine tip, so to align them, you know, they don't go bouncing all over the place. Now, I still think it's a good idea to take this by hand first, and, you know, start your hole just by slowly going in there and then use the drill. That's just a good method to use. I use it in my woodworking as well, but it's always a good idea to have a pilot hole before you start cutting that thing on. But let's show you how this goes in here. This is magnetic, so when you put it in there, it actually just kind of clips in there, but you can just turn this, just turn it very lightly, and then it comes on. And it has a light as well. I don't really need the light, but that's on. Push it one more time, it goes in reverse. One more time, cuts it off. Tells you how much battery life you have in there, and it comes with a charger. I've only had to charge this thing one time. Now, needless to say, if I'm doing plug wires, of course I'm not doing it on this one, but if I was doing plug wires, it makes it so much easier. Just a pow, 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 instead of sitting there with your hand twist, 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 twist. Just takes forever. Also, I'm getting old, and my wrists aren't what they used to be, especially because of my profession. So this right here is my number 1 tool. Absolutely love it. I would say definitely purchase. Remember, I am not an affiliate. I'm not getting paid for this. This is just my own recommendation. The modeling community is so great, and I love everybody. I mean, I've had great comments on all my videos. I've had some great suggestions. But even just this sleek case, it's just, I don't know what it is. I love cases. It's just like the boxes for my models. I will never throw those away. I'm going to keep them. I love boxes. I love cases. I don't know why, it's silly. But just like these, I mean, I absolutely love that I can store those away like that. Now this typically sits on my bench back here with the drill on top of it, just because I use it so often. And this, I don't even put it in the case. I only did that for y'all. This thing stays out because I use it so much. This stays right here on my workbench. And I will leave the 0.5 in it at all times, just because that's my #1 go-to. But that's it for these top 3. Let's go over some shout outs real quick. Shout out #1, Weasel. You better be watching, sir. I'm watching you. You better be watching. #1, met the Artarake at that last show in Simpsonville. I meant to show his card on that last video. Great guy. He has very similar taste with me, with the stance and the wheels and the way he builds his cars. Normally not factory. He's normally changing them up, and I absolutely love that. His show is growing pretty fast, so you know, jump on him. I'll give him a shout out. Link in description. I'll tag him. Jamie with Model Car Building of Builders of North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia sent me this shirt. Man, this is awesome. I will be wearing these in my video, so you're gonna see it because I'm part of that club, and you better be part of that club as well. Go to Facebook, log on to them, and you'll absolutely love that. Channel's growing fast, or that that Facebook crowd is growing fast. But Model Car Builders of North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia. You do not have to be in those states to be a fan. You can buy models from Jamie as well. He's got some good deals on some kits, so definitely stay with him. Jamie, thank you for that shirt, buddy. I really appreciate it. Had to get double XL because I got a nice little belly on me the older I've gotten. So hope that didn't cost a fortune for you, man, because that's a lot of material. But thanks everybody for keeping up with me. We're gonna keep this channel growing. I got some cool things coming in, so please stay tuned, man. Like, subscribe, share. Let's all do this together, man. Let's make modeling fun, and let's keep on rolling.